couple days back, Season 3 finished. And my mind is still just absolutely blown. So here are my thoughts on the season as a whole. Hi, my name is Nathan, and I talk about a lot of movies on this channel. If you're new here, down below in the comment section, share what you thought of Invincible, the finale, Season 3, whatever you thought of it. Over on my channel, I have more content like this. Check those out once this video is over. With all that said, let's just get straight into this thing. I'm just going to do this one take. There's no reason to cut around the quarters here. Invincible Season 3 is awesome. So let's just put it straight out there. If you want to know my experience with Invincible, I actually had never seen this show until just a couple of months ago. I started watching it, and immediately after the first episode of Season 1, I was absolutely hooked, kept watching, and I loved the experience of watching this show. And so when Season 3 came around, very excited to check it out, and I am happy to say Season 3 of Invincible is a very strong season of this show. I think I would describe it as sort of a better version of what Season 2 was trying to do, because what Season 2 kind of did after the first season was it expanded on the mythology, but in a way where it felt a little bit overstuffed. I still enjoy Season 2. I still think it's good, but very clearly flawed once you compare it to the first season, because it's trying to do so much. There's so many concurrently ongoing plot lines that it can feel overstuffed. And with Season 3, what it does is that it still has these plot lines that are concurrently running with each other, and there's several of them, but this season never feels overstuffed. There's just the right balance of everything. Everything gets its time to shine. It's not just a big slop thrown to you at the screen. It's actually a show that actually develops its plot lines and gives all of them time to shine. And they're all, in Season 3, seamlessly merged in a way that they don't feel overstuffed. Like, never did I once in Season 3 think, oh, maybe that's a bit much. Maybe they need to cut this plotline out. No, I didn't. Even some of the stuff they do at the very end of the final episode that ties back into, like, Season 1, Season 2, and the previous plotlines of different seasons that you may have forgotten about. No, that's important later on, especially when you get to the last moments of the finale. And that's all due to some very strong writing as well as character work. I don't know if I want to go into spoilers here. Maybe I just will. But in the first couple episodes, it's very strong character work with, especially some things with Mark and Cecil, where they start beefing. They start to show that they have opposing viewpoints on what to do, because Cecil is taking villains from previous seasons and reforming them so that they can work for him for the greater good of the world. And Mark is really angry about this because he thinks that these people should be thrown into prison. Haven't seen the trailer for Invincible Season 2, so I don't know if this is in the trailer. I'm just trying to give a basic synopsis of their rivalry without sort of spoiling all of it. But with those two, like, it gives out in the first couple episodes this morally conflicting tone as you're sort of debating, like, is Mark right? Is Cecil right? Also, you just get some more morally conflicting ideas when you get to especially in the final episode. It's kind of foreshadowed all throughout the season, because Mark is he's kind of like Spider-Man in this universe, except with, like, Superman Viltrumite powers. But he holds back, and when he fights, he doesn't kill people. And then throughout the show, you're sort of wondering, like, maybe you should kill somebody in this case. Like, is that right? Is that the best thing to do? And thinking about the best outcomes until you get to the final episode and that final moment with Mark, that is just, it's so conflicting because it's gut-wrenching, as well as it's the right, you understand where Mark is coming from. So it's gut-wrenching, but it also makes sense with the context of the show, and it still makes you think, like, is this the right thing to do? Should he do this? Should he start killing people? So, very strong character work. Even side characters like Debbie get some very strong work here, where she has been with Nolan for 20 years and is trying to find out what like a normal family, a normal relationship should look like. Even some of these side characters just give him compelling stories to go through. Also, like, I love what they did with Rexplode here. Rexplode gets so much character development, and let's just talk about the finale. Like, I'm just kind of throwing out all my thoughts here at the screen. Let's just talk about the finale for a second. The finale is epic and large in scale. This actually felt like peak cinema watching the last episode. It was an episode that was so good it had me reacting to the screen. Where like as soon as a character, I'm not trying to get into spoilers here, but as soon as like a character does something, I would go like, whoa, no way that they just did that. Like it had that type of reaction to me. Like I was actually like going closer and going back on my seat watching the finale of Invincible. And this is particularly impressive because it's all done through animation. This isn't live action. This isn't somewhere with big gigantic set pieces. This is an animated action sequence and it's done so unbelievably well. I feel like this action sequence would have played great in a theater. But yeah, this is that type of thing. And also, just in this final battle, they introduce us to Conquest. This villain that he can be very intimidating. He causes fear in the people that he's fighting. He's a very clear threat to Mark. But also, he has this speech in the middle of it that makes him a little bit sympathetic. Like, they just do stuff like that that's actually really, really well done. So, Season 3, I love Season 3. You know, if I had to say anything negative about it, was that clearly it is on a budget. Season 1's animation looks a lot better than Season 3's animation. As the show went on, I feel like they rushed up the animation process a little, and there are some moments you could tell the animation's not the best, but to be honest, I don't notice all that much, because I just care about the story, and the story was just so unbelievably good. So, overall, Invincible Season 3 is an A. It's a must-watch. Go see Invincible Season 3. Down below in the comment section, share what you thought of it over my channel. I have more content like this. Check those out right now. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end, and I will see you in the next one.